Welcome to CAD Master ANSYS tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will learn the constraint under sketching tools. Constraints are very essential tools while working with the sketch. There are various type of constraints available under design modeler sketching. Let us learn the constraints one by one. For this, as per shown in graphics area, you have to prepare the sketch. Then select the sketching, select constraints. Under constraints, you will see the different options available. First one, horizontal constraints. If we want to make this line completely horizontal, then we can use these constraints. For this, select the line which you want to make it horizontal. The constraints will apply on this line. Next, vertical constraints. Select the command, then select the line. This line is not vertical. If you want to make it vertical, apply these constraints. Select the line. Now this line be completely vertical. Perpendicular constraints. If we want to make the two lines perpendicular to each other, then we will set these constraints. For this, select these two lines to make it perpendicular to each other. Tangent constraints. If we want to make this line tangent to this circle, then we can apply these constraints here. Select the line and then select the circle. Coincident constraint. Select the constraints. These constraints basically used to make the two objects collinear. For example, these two lines we want to make it coincident, then select these two lines. Now it will be coincident. Next, midpoint constraints. If you want to make this line at the mid of this line, then we can apply the midpoint constraints. Select the point and then select the line. Next, parallel constraints. This constraint used to make the two objects parallel to each other. If suppose we want to make these two lines parallel to each other, then select both the lines. Parallel constraints will be assigned to these objects. Concentric constraints. Concentric means it will share the same center. If we want to make this circle concentric with this arc, then select both the object to make it concentric. Similarly, we can apply the concentric constraints here. Select both the object to make it concentric. Equal radius. If we want to make these two circles with the same radius, then select both the circle to apply the constraints. Now here the radius of this circle and this circle will be same. Similarly, we can use the equal length constraints. If we want to make this line and this line of same distance or same length, then we choose this line as well as this line. Now both the line will be of same length. Then fixed constraints. If we want to fix any profile, then we choose these constraints. If suppose we want to fix this point, then it will be fixed now. If we want to change the position of this hexagon, then it won't be get changed because it's having the fixed constraints. In this way, we work with the constraints. Let us see one more example to understand the constraints in well manner. Now prepare the sketch as shown here and then go to constraints. Now we can use horizontal constraints to make this line horizontal. We can use vertical constraints to make these lines vertical. We can use equal length constraints to make this line and this line equal. We can use equal radius constraints to make this circle and this circle with equal radius. In this way, we can use the constraints in Design Modeler. Thanks for watching the video.